Hi, my name's Romy, Cassie Baby's over here, Moshki Baby's over here, and I inherited a haunted house. Okay, so when I say inherited, I mean I purchased it, and when I say haunted, I mean it's about to be. So I'm saving hard and putting my well-earned money towards my own renovation at the moment, and when I went into a collectible store looking for handles and tap fittings, I didn't expect to stumble across this chilling discovery of a 1950s dollhouse that was reduced from $149 to $49 to $25. And I just felt like the darkness in this little doll's house was calling to me, and who am I to say no to hauntings and the other side? So I bought it. I also bought a tile for my kitchen. Just one. We'll leave it in there. We'll leave it in there. It is missing a window over there, and another one because when I was taking the price tag off, this broke. So we've got some cleaning up to do. And then I want to make this the most wonderfully haunting little house ever, and I want to sit it on top of my kitchen cabinet and have the scene of these crimes always watching me. I'll love you forever. I promise. Now I know you're thinking the obvious choice is to not clean it because what's more spooky than mold, toxicity and dirt, but it's going in my kitchen. It's gonna be clean.
This look really was horrifying.
I do have a bit of a history with buying slightly uncanny things, one might say, and I really want to use this as an opportunity to bring all of those aspects of my personality and purchase history into one happy home. One day I will have children and they will look up and say, "Mama, please, might we play with your doll's house?" And I will say, "Children, you can play with the fishing price one I grew up with, but I wouldn't go near this one, babes. It's intentionally spooky."
Maybe that's why it was so cheap. It came with a curse all along. Curse of dirt!
I never collected Sylvanian families, but I very much enabled a family member of mine to collect them. And I've been seeing them on Marketplace, I've been seeing them cheap, and I saw one yesterday that I don't think was meant to be creepy, but it looked it, and my dream goal is for this to become a happy horror sanctuary for my very own Sylvanian family collection. Locked forever in the tomb of their own despair.
And that's why I want to make this house a home.
Oh my god. The house does not like being disturbed.
I just did that for a while until the paper towel stopped coming out. Filthy.
She's clean.
And then it was time to gather the suspects, or as they'll now be called, the inhabitants.
Alright, so we're working with 2 levels. On level 2 we've got 2 bedrooms, and then we've got what I like to call the box of shame. This star bedroom has a lovely fake window looking out onto nothing, whereas this one is just a cold, hard cell block with a picture of a church. We have this lovely large communal dining area, and then we have a kitchen. Again, there is a window that is fake and looking out onto nothing, and a door to give you a sense of being able to escape. You can't. The main problem I'm seeing here is that there is an actual door here that you can get out of. We're going to have to block that up because there is no escape from this hellhole that I'm going to create. And that's about it. So I think we're going to start with this bottom main area. A couple of the things that I have set out.
Just a little content warning while I talk about how absolutely fascinating sticky dots are. I handle and show animal bones in the rest of this video. They were collected from animals died from old age or roadkill on my property. And if that's something that you're not comfortable with, that is a-okay. But I just wanted to warn you.
I've got some bones which I collected from my garden, and some of them are very, very tiny, and I want to make a bone chandelier. Fun project. I've got some colourful chicken clips. I could use them as hair clips, or I could make them regret ever being created. And one of my favourite purchases. It's a little ceramic cat covered in fluff. I love you. I think she's going to be the caretaker of the house. You don't cross her. She reports to herself and only herself, and you know, she's in charge. She keeps the keys to the door. As such, should she be facing inwards or always watching through. Beautiful, beautiful, I love it. Now, we do need a bit of decor. I'm not really interested in the picture scheme we've got going on. And I've got this amazing picture of Castor dressed up as a ghost. This usually sits on my altar, but now next up, I really want to create something striking for the main area. So I'm going for a kind of sacrificial summoning circle made out of googly eyes. The story behind this is that the tenants were really struggling to pay their rent, so they had to bring someone else into the fold. So I really do think that that's where the chicks come in. The tenants of this house decided that they could not live in a den of iniquity and pay all the bills themselves, so they had to have some friends come along. And to make sure those friends never left, they put them in a little bottle. In you go, you'll be safe. Do the occupants of this house consume the chick's energy for an everlasting supply of funds, goodness, and wealth? I don't know. Don't ask me. Bye. Time for a summoning circle. Because the chicks might be in the jar, but we haven't even summoned them yet. The summoning circle also works really well because obviously no one can leave this house. So we've got to be able to, you know, order in. So it works as kind of like a delivery device. If you want to have a party with your friends, summon them. I don't know, people don't do invitations like they used to. Oh, that's looking too normal. No, there's another tiny chick. This is the chick that made it out of the summoning circle and has to spend eternity trying to work out a way of rescuing its friends. We're gonna stick this one on the roof. No one's noticed it's there, but it watches. I wanted to do like a little bouquet, and then I pulled this bit of amaranth off a plant we had drying, and it kind of looks like it could have been something once. So I think I'm going to put that on like the wall as well as kind of a curse. I have these flowers, which are dried straw flowers, I think, and I want to use them as a bit of fun decor as well. The orb, this is a glow in the dark. It's a ball that's glow in the dark. I think that would be perfectly haunting to just sit in front of one of the windows. Definitely need more surviving families, but I have these two, which is two little, no, I want a mouse, a cat and a mouse. My rock golem, it's a rock that I glued some quartz to. I've got this very tiny Star Wars pilot figure. I have this cow, all its legs are broken. I found it in my garden.
Now we're creating the Christmas room of forgotten nightmares through which bones mark the path of all those who could not escape, and rib bones are hung off the beautiful Christmas trees covered in wax, just like my tears. This was really fun. I liked setting little twigs on fire.
It's the same day, I swear. So I have just the last couple of things to put together for my dreary doll's house. I've got a death slide that I'm making. I've got my ladder to the roof to access the death slide that I'm making. And I've installed a toilet in the kitchen, which has kitty litter in it.
And bones.
I woke up this morning and the doll's house was in a new room.
A few final touches and wow, zippity, zip, 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 Speedy McGee. It only took me a day and a half. It's done. So welcome to the grand opening of the worst place you could ever come to. This is the death slide with a pool of blood at the end. This is the ladder to the roof. It's guarded by a rock golem with a tooth. We have our living room, so relaxing you'll never want to leave. That's the idea. We have a Savanian family toy controlling the world. The bathroom is also the kitchen. You can eat your pizza whilst you poop. I took some more videos on my phone because my camera wasn't working, but let's look at the detail. There's a little picture of Castor on the wall so everyone knows who's in charge, really. I've also very passionately hidden creepy notes around the place just to remind the tenants of what they need to do. You know, brush your teeth, eat your veg, don't try and escape. You might recognize the friend who is slumped dispassionately in front of the filming wall. Maybe you don't, I don't know. We've got a carpet I made and stained with blood. It's not real blood, it's beetroot, but it's covering some teeth. There's teeth under the carpet. And a cow with no legs looking out the window. I think it's I think this would be a really great holiday home, great for family, great for friends. It's got a death slide. And it comes with its own guard dog. Nothing bad happened. Don't worry. I'm fine.